Morning, everyone. It's Jason here. Today, we're going to chat a little new Panda. Spend a little time just kind of poking around where some of the resources are in new Panda, making sure that you have your account set up properly so that you can send out the automated stuff and really use the program to its fullest capabilities. Also, want to spend just a little bit of time talking about editing any of the articles. And we've got some really great articles and information, and we can go ahead and tweak those and make those a little bit more personalized. So without further ado, let's dive in and get cracking on this. Here we go, NRT Gateway. Let's log in and let's go to New Panda. Voila, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Here we are. Let's just kind of do a quick overview again, a quick refresher on where things are located in here. Obviously, these are our drop-down menus. When we click on these open up someplace else to go. On our left-hand side, we've got our quick entry contact. So this may be one of your checklist items that you're starting to do after you close a real estate deal. Make sure that you go in here and boom, click check. Uh, uh, Go in here and add their contact information, their email, and then add them to a specific group. Perhaps it's your primary sphere to ensure that the email that the company sends out to help you build your brand gets sent out. You also want to make sure that you subscribe them to your monthly AVP real estate newsletter that goes out as well. If you track down the left hand side, you can always start creating new groups. Maybe you've just closed a home on your farm, so you have the contact information for those excuse me, for those folks. You can create a new group, call it your farm, and start adding people to that. If you scroll down here on the left hand side, we still have the new Panda University, which is really great. We've got all these wonderful videos, well, except for that one apparently. Um, but you can also send a specific request. If you click send request, we've got a list. Here's a lot of stuff like, oh my gosh, I'm having problems managing my groups. Well, there's a new Panda video creating and managing your groups. You've got knowledge books on this, but you can also submit a specific request where you type in the name, your email, and you can categorize the request. You will draft whatever your question is. Then they'll want to make sure they've got the reCAPTCHA here to make sure that you're not a drone. You'll type in stop and brown right here and submit your question. That will go directly to someone to answer that request for you. The other great thing at this home screen is the quick videos right here. You want to just put a quick overview of New Panda? Here you go. Your contact manager. Boom, there you go. A couple different videos on contact manager because that is a pretty deep topic. Newsletters, email tools, and social media tools. If we go up here at the top, one of the first things I want to make sure you do is you click on the settings function. And you're going to want to make sure that this stuff is all correct. Displaying your information, your contact information, your numbers of everything are correct. Your image, you don't really have anything to do here for account information, but you do want to set up your social networks. So if you want to take full advantage of the new Panda program and really the power behind it, one of the most powerful things it has is the ability to auto post to your social networks. This way you don't have to go in and think of creative and clever content to post at Facebook or Twitter or Google or Pinterest or one of these places. It will post this stuff for you automatically. You'll open up whatever your account is, be it your blog, your YouTube, your Google, your LinkedIn, copy and paste it and just paste it right here. And anytime you do that, click save. You may have to update your, sometimes they send out new links and it will, the web, not from our company, but from Facebook and Twitter and those places, they'll update a link and it may break your link into here. So you're going to want to go in here every once in a while and just confirm that you're connected. Usually I haven't had a problem with it. Occasionally some software gets updated in Facebook and then it breaks the link, so you just got to go back in there and reconnect with Facebook. All right, let's go back to the dashboard. So again, that was under settings. Under settings is where we want to update all this and manage our social networks. Let's go into contacts for a minute. Now, the great thing about this, you can see I've got about 1,400 and some change contacts in here. You can always filter these contacts as you go. You can filter them by groups, your primary spheres, subspheres. I've got one that is real estate marketing for agents. I click apply filters, and boom, there's about 600 agents that I market to let them know about my listings and inventory that comes up. Whenever you want to delete those, you just click that, delete the search, I should say, not the contacts, and now it just shows all of your contacts. At any time, if you notice right here, you're like, hey, Jason, I want to go through and I want to put a few people in one specific group because these are all people that my son plays basketball with. You know, my kids are in sports, or in soccer and basketball, lacrosse or hockey or whatever, and I want to create a little personal message and thank them all for the wonderful season. Well, when you click one, you'll notice this opens up. When there's nothing clicked, there's nothing here. But you click one of these, now it tells you, do you want to delete them, do you want to export them, manage the groups of submission, send an email, create a do list. One of the things you may want to do is go ahead and boom, quick, hockey team, and click add and create a quick group, and then go through those contacts and select whichever ones you want to add to the hockey team. You can create as many groups as you want. Add to a group, remove from a group. And just because you add them to that group doesn't mean they disappear out of this group. They're just now in two locations. Now I know what you're thinking. Well, gosh, what if I send it to two different groups? But I've got Bobby Warner here. I've got him in both groups. Was he going to get it twice? That's going to be really annoying. No, he's not. The company that designed this software made it so that it would only go to that email once. So he shouldn't get it 2 or 3 times. Now, if you have him here 2 or 3 times with 2 or 3 different emails, then yes, he would get it multiple times. But one email, one time. So we can always edit and go through those. We can always add contacts to it as well. Let's go into messages and create a new message. So we can always create our own using HTML. Well, I don't know how to write code, so that's not on my to-do list. But templates, start with the templates. Let's click on start with the template, and then it says right here, RTS, read the screen, select a category from the left. Let's go into the pre-written articles of values. We've got several different one of these. The inside of the monthly digest, general articles. And if you just click on that again, here's some stuff. We've got our monthly digest. Here's something that goes out for every single month. So obviously December down here. Fun, fun, fun in the wintertime. Now, what's really cool about these articles is you can actually edit them. So I want you guys to start thinking about this, and maybe you want to start sending articles out to your sphere, to your farm, or something like that. So if you want to do that, why don't you edit them with something specific to the sphere? Maybe you keep the fun time in the winter. We've got the most obscure holiday. With Ice Cream Day on the 13th, National Chocolate Covered Anything Day is the 16th, and Oatmeal Muffin Day the 19th. Now, I gotta tell you, I didn't know there was such thing as an ice cream day, but I am all for that. And a chocolate covered anything day, I can get behind that day as well. But maybe we want to change this. What you can do is you can edit any of this stuff in here. Maybe I want to get rid of that stuff. The National Bicarbonated Soda the 30th. You can always delete any of this and start adding your own information in here. Type in whatever you want, change it up, and then you can save it. You can see right here, like that's got a different font, so you can change it to the same font family as well. It looks like it's all Arial. So you can change this all to Arial. Now it's all the same. This one's a little bit larger. You can click on here to see what size is the rest of that font. Well, the rest of that font, it says it's a 2. So we click that. Whoopsie. We highlight these random stuff that I've got here. We change that font size to a 2. It's not really a true 2 that we would think of in Power and Word or anything like that. It's 2 on theirs. But I want you guys to know you can edit this information. You can change this. You can tweak it. You can make it your own. One of the cool things about this program is being able to make those little tweaks that make it have more value to your clients. You can go in here and change things out just a little bit. If you have a farm and you're sending out a farming letter, I wouldn't hesitate at all to put a little paragraph in here about something going on in your farm, or maybe you're doing a function in your farm. One of the things I see happen in the springtime a lot of times is the garage sales. And you always see someone, and a lot of times, if you're smart, you go get a banner made and it will be neighborhood, excuse me, neighborhood garage sale sponsored by Coldwell Banker. And you can have a little page and you can send out, hey, if you want to get the email to find out more information in regards to the garage sale, contact me at the following thing. And you create a little email to send out. I've seen agents do that for the garage sales. In the summer, I've seen them send out an email or a mailer or both to a subdivision that they're farming for an ice cream social, either at someone's house there, in the garage. I've seen them set up. I've seen them at the little pocket park so the kids can run around and play. Hey, come and have an ice cream, make sundaes, have a Sunday bar or something like that. And in a hot day in summer, that's kind of a nice thing, and people can show up. So I do want you to know that all these great pieces we've got, I mean, we've got all this amazing stuff that someone has written for us. And the cool things about any of this stuff is that you can edit any of it. When you click and open this is just a blank one. And these are just blank ones that you can start creating. You can see this lorem, and that fills in fake words. But you can add stuff to any one of these. And again, I think we want to keep it a little bit more towards the real estate side, but I also don't want you to hesitate to show your personality a little bit in making these and creating these newsletters and adding these e-cards. The e-cards are really fantastic. If you click that, you can see it opens up a whole nother one. We've got winter right now. We've got some general holidays and religious holidays. If you want to click on the general one, you'll see winter type theme stuff, the skiing, the snowman. Now, I did have one agent do a really clever one that they sent out to their farm, and I thought this was brilliant. They sent out a snowman building competition. And basically what he said is anyone who wants to enter the competition will be entered in for a drawing, and we'll have, I don't remember what it was. It was a gift card to a nice restaurant. It was like $50 to a nice local restaurant. They partnered with the local restaurant, of course, got a discount on it. And what he said is everyone have your snowmans finished. It was right after a big snowstorm, within, I think, 2 days, and I will be driving through the neighborhood on this date, and I will award the best snowman in town this gift certificate. So people were doing all these crazy snowmen, and they were building them up, and he would drive through, you know what, like 3:30, 4 o'clock before it got dark, and he would just jot down the address of the best snowman, and then he would send out an email with a picture of all the snowmen. He would just snap a picture real quickly with his phone and send out, here's all the great snowmen in your neighborhood if you didn't get a chance to get out and around the town. And then he would deliver the certificate to that one. Now, I do know that he had his, quote, second place prizes. And his second place prizes, just about everyone got one, by the way, that actually did one. And it was just $5 to Starbucks. And I thought it was a really clever idea that you can do stuff like that. You know, we can do stuff for the holidays after you get a big snowstorm. Do a snowman one. I've seen people that do the Christmas lights for the best decorated. And you don't even have to go out there and advertise that if you don't want. Just get in your car and drive around one night and create a little certificate that says, you know, the best decorated home on the block, and maybe it has your little contact information and the fact that you sell real estate on there. I think this is a really cool idea to do to get you involved with your sphere. We're always looking for better ways to farm, better ways to meet people, and a simple snowman competition, although it seems really silly, could be the one that you're showing up at someone's doorstep and adding a great farm member to it. All right, let's get back here. I really want you to see all that we have. We have so much in this section over here for the winter, the generals, and of course the holidays this time obviously are huge. Hopefully you all had a great Santa photo event last week, and ours was tremendous. I'm sure yours was as well too. But we've got all the happy holiday stuff in here as well. I don't see the National Chocolate Day. We're going to have to add that one to it, although maybe that might work. Let's talk a little bit about um, your messages that are going out. So every Tuesday at 9 a.m., you should be getting an email from New Panda that says what is coming out. These are your autopilot. This is autopilot emails that are going out automatically. You can always check the status on that. Has it sent out? Nope, nothing's sent out yet. It doesn't go out until the 13th. On 12/13, that's when it goes out. So, how do we get these set up? Well, right here under messages, the very bottom is the autopilot settings. You should have clicked on autopilot settings, and it says these are the ones you can check and automatically. I actually set mine out myself. I don't check them because I want to decide on the times that go out. But it says, please read this. It says, check an event and will automatically create new personalized email messages in your queue and send the message to all your email contacts. Now, this used to be it only went to the primary sphere, and that was great. Unfortunately, for some reason, that's not how it happens anymore. It sends it out to every single person in your contacts list. So what I do is I just wait for it to be created, and then I go in and send it out automatically just to my primary sphere. And it says once a greeting is created, you can edit the design, contents, recipients, and delivery date. We also have the contact-based events, so the home, anniversary, and birthday. Add birthday and events fields to your contact record will automatically create and deliver an email message as they happen. Messages are available in your queue in advance, and you can edit the context and deliver before. So this kind of goes back to what we talked about earlier this morning if you were on the InTouch call, and that's garbage in, garbage out. But if we're going to have a contact-based event, a home, anniversary, birthday, we have to go back to these contacts. We have to open the contact, and we have to actually put in their date. So under contacts, we've got edit. Here's where we would go down here, and we would put in their birth date. So let's put in August 14. We don't need to put a year. So that's my birth date, and we click save. And now, if you have, and we have the other ones, we have the edit, the customer anniversary and wedding anniversary. So if you happen to know their wedding anniversary, really neat thing. I mean, think of how few people actually say, hey, thank you so much for coming to, for saying congratulations on another year of marriage. So let's go back into the autopilot settings. So as long as we have these boxes checked, that email will get sent out. You can sit in there and you can edit the one that they've actually created, or you can create your own. You can see on my autopilot some of this stuff I have set automatically. So I have my own profile page as well as a business page, and I utilize both of those. The one I really want to recommend you guys do, and I know it's kind of a silly one, and people think, gosh, do people really use Twitter? Well, yeah, they do. So I have the tweets going out quite a bit, and you'll notice on Twitter, let me see if I can do this real quick for you. This opens up me. There's me. The searchability of Twitter is truly unbelievable. So 797 tweets. Well, I can tell you I am not spending a ton of time tweets. New Panda is sending out all these tweets for me. But what it does is it makes me look relevant, and it gets me more followers. When I started, I had 60 followers. Since I've been utilizing this program, I'm up to 352 followers, which is really kind of cool. But here's the thing that's really amazing in Twitter. Their searchability. If I type in here moving to Denver and click search, anyone that mentions the facts that they're moving into Denver. Okay, so I have an extra bedroom apartment. Let's see. We're looking for the exact word. Moving to Cheyenne, Wyoming in 2 minutes outside of me, an hour away from Denver. Okay, call this guy. Get a referral for moving there. Moving to Denver, moving to Denver, moving to Denver, moving to Vegas. Pros of moving to Denver, besides being rent. Upside of moving to Denver. Anyone who said the word moving to Denver is going to show up on here. This is a really great tool to start. Nothing matters, and I'm moving to Denver. So what you can do with do-it-yourself sheriff here is send him a direct message. Says, hey, Mr. Sheriff, I noticed that you were moving to Denver. Do you need help finding a place to live? Yeah, I need a place to live. Well, maybe I just need a rental. Hey, no problem. Let's set them up with RPM, with Real Property Management, and they can take care of them. So in your autopilot settings, if you're not sending stuff to Twitter, I would encourage you to do so because the Twitter search power is so powerful and it can really help you get more followed. And you can see I don't tweet hardly any of this stuff. I tweet out my own stuff every once in a while, but for the most part, it's someone else and me Panda tweeting this stuff out to keep me relevant and get me following people. So when you get here, it'll be like that. If you click on it, then it will open it up. So for the management, we've got recruiting emails that they can send out as well. And you can click them. Okay. This is something I think is a little silly, but I do want to draw your attention to it. It says mailing labels. So yes, you can create mailing labels in here. But because this is an email-based program, I'm not exactly sure why you would spend a ton of time putting in people's mailing lists in here, their home address. I would think it would more behoove you to put that stuff in your Microsoft Outlook or an Excel spreadsheet where you can then import and export them into here. So we've got an import addresser for Yahoo, Google, AOL, Apple, MSN, Plaxo, whatever it is. And you can import these people in here. If you have your own list, you can actually upload your list with a CSV file, that's comma separated value files, where the fields are written like this: first name, last name, email, and mobile number. So the first name will be John, the last name will be Doe, the email will be John Doe, and then the mobile number right there. And the cool thing about that is then you can load them directly up in here. And maybe you're like, well, gosh, I just updated my list, last month. I don't know if these are updated. Well, just come in here and delete the current list, export it from Excel or from your CSV, and reload the list right back up here to keep it updated. The real estate newsletter. All right, run a little slow here. We've got our subscribers. So this is our overview. Then we've got newsletter settings. We've got instructions videos and step-by-step instructions. Super quick video for instructions. Manage e-newsletter subscriptions via your contacts tab.
I'm going to show you how to manage your real estate newsletter subscriptions via New Panda today.
Manage subscriptions. Again, we've got a video for that. Personal articles. If you're writing your own, you can actually create your own new article and draft it. Now, one of the things I would recommend if you're going to be doing some drafting is to actually draft it in Microsoft Word and then cut and paste it over there when you're ready to do that. Select View Past Publications. Select View Past right over here. And there's what it looks for. You can see what it is. And you guys can, again, go in here and edit this information as well. And of course, we always have the call to action. to search for homes. And guess what? When they click that search for homes, boom, it takes us right to our InTouch account so we can try to generate those leads and convert them. So when you're loading and you're drafting and you're creating new contacts, make sure you click the monthly real estate, monthly AVP newsletter subscription. That way we know that they're going to get that monthly piece every single month. The listings, these ones are inactive, so you won't be able to see them. Show inactive records. I've never done this before. Let's take a quick look. So these are old listings with no activity. I don't think you can open up the old ones now anymore. Maybe you can. So here's a listing here on Garfield Street. Unfortunately, I think it was coded mistakenly. And if you go through here, you can open up your old ones. Maybe you want to send something, you want to edit one of them and send it out to some folks after you've sold it. This would be the opportunity for you to do that as well. Let's go back here to our dashboard. I do encourage you that if you're struggling at any time with this program, I know they're not exciting, but the cool thing is when you're watching
Now
these
I'm
actual
in
videos
New
about
Panda.
this
I'm
program,
on the
it is
dashboard
all
of the app.
screenshot
I'm
stuff,
going to put
so
my
it looks
physical
very much
address,
like
which by the way
exactly
is
what you're going to
required
see.
for sending
And
email
only,
through
some of
the
the
name of
mobile
your
items,
own. This works.
more
You
of a
can
quick tour.
customize the other things you may
Videos
not
kind of
need to
walk you
worry
through
so much
all
about, but
this
we'd like
stuff.
to
So
go
there
ahead and get
really
your
is some
text
great
message.
power behind these videos. So two things. One, go to settings and get this all set up. Make sure that some of this stuff will auto-populate for it. Make sure it is correct. Make sure that you add your social networks so you can get them auto-set. Once these social networks are added, make sure you go to your autopilot settings and activate the ones that you want to auto-post for you, so that when you go to your Twitter account, it looks like mine. It looks like, oh gosh, look at all this stuff that's getting sent out there. Hide clutter, yes, please. Here are 7 tricks. And the other cool thing is know anyone interested in market sale or finance referrals are appreciated. So go in here and get all your social media set up from your settings and activate them. Then as the seasonality of things come along, activate the stuff that you want to activate and send it in. If you're like me and you have over 1,400 people, you may want to wait until it says your messages. And now I can just go in here and replicate, and I can just go ahead and forward and send this out. So this is really cool. This is the insider newsletters, and they have these things that change every month. You can send out the insider, and feel good about ignoring these 5 design fads. Garage on steroids, porch should extend, no limits, lighting for mood utility. So it's got some really kind of cool stuff in here, and you can always edit these as well. And then I can just send them out at my leisure, as opposed to sending them out based on the time frames that are right here. So you get the ideas. This program has a lot of power for you guys if you use it the right way. You really spend the time to put together a solid list and make sure that it's a good list that you're looking to really either build your brand, continue to build your brand, or meet new people and bring them into your fold. If you're meeting new people and you're trying to get them in your fold, you may want to consider using the InTouch program. However, if you're just already kind of have them in your sphere of influence and you just want to maintain relationships with them, the new Panda program is perfect for that. It's going to send out the softer stuff. There will be some call to action in there, of course. We're always looking to try to generate those referrals and the new stuff. But there's not a ton of things to do once they're set up. That's kind of the nice thing about this program. It kind of really runs itself if you've spent the time to really put together a good list of people. Put together, again, in that CSV format, that Excel spreadsheet format, if you will, where it's first name, last name, city, date zip. You can do that for your main list, and then you can just actually pull it down to first name, last name, and email if you like. With any other questions today? No questions today. Great. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to spend with me today. Be careful. It's supposed to snow tonight, so stay in, and we'll talk to you next time. Have a great day.